right, I have a question. If I'm wrong, let me know. So, Tala gets upset when I go out and a guy asks for my number and I give the person my number, right? I personally don't think it's that deep. Like, I'll give the person my number and I will literally block them right there.
Why the you lying?
Welcome to the S.Banks and the JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm joined with my co-host,
JD.
So what's the topic of discussion today?
There's no way she actually believes that.
I wonder what she said.
No way.
Now we got a clip for you, man, of some delusional woman, in my opinion. I don't want to spoil it for you, but you'll hear it anyway. Let's jump right in. We got 3 clips. Here's clip number 1.
I'm always wifey material. I feel personally I'm more wifeable than I am.
Who the fuck are you, bitch?
Even if
Crazy, I think too.
No, I'm definitely but I think that I'm wifeable more. Even if that's what I wanted, even if being was all I wanted, I think that people see me and they'll be like, okay, well, she's wife. So
Stop the cap.
you know, if I'm gonna talk to her, if I'm gonna, want to do anything with her, it's to wife her.
Why would they think you wife though?
Just because I assess all the qualities, not all the qualities, but I feel like I assess a lot of the qualities to, that makes you a wife.
Do you think you're different from the women that's out here right now, and that's one of your qualities?
Well, not everyone's the same. I don't think that I'm completely different from anyone. I might be different from Naisha in some ways. Naisha's a mother. She takes care of children, and that's probably what someone would look at her and say, well, she's wifey because, she's a great mom. Obviously she can take care of herself. She can take care of her kids. I mean, I'm different. I don't have kids, but I'm still very responsible with money. I'm still responsible with taking care of myself. I'm a very attractive woman. I have a great personality. I do very well with talking to people, being with other people, being in a relationship with someone. I'm very unit oriented. I see people for who they are. I don't try to change people.
She's very.
Yeah, no, sure. Because these are all of these things that I know about me.
She's not just regular, she's
so
very.
What makes me wifeable might not be what makes someone else wifeable, but these are a lot of qualities that I know I have within myself. So when someone meets me, it's not like, okay, well, she's a good, no, I'm a good wife.
Okay, that's the end of that clip, right? First thing that comes to my mind is when will women realize they don't decide when they get married?
I don't know when.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. I have some more thoughts, but what do you think about that
My
clip?
first thought was she is really full of herself.
All women are.
Wait, let me just say something before people start coming at me. I don't mean that in a bad way. She clearly has a lot of confidence. There's nothing wrong with having confidence and feeling good about yourself. I think everyone should feel that way. But
if you've done the work though, and if you do,
yes, of course. Yeah. But yeah, that was my first thought is, wow, she's like really proper full of herself. But in a good way. But yeah, I do think she is looking at things from how she feels rather than what a man wants in a woman who he would then choose to be his wife.
Yeah.
Now she's saying, oh, I have qualities of this, that, and the other. No one's taken that away from her. Let's say that everything she said is true. Yeah. And she does possess those qualities. But is that what men want in a wife? So I personally think that instead of, okay, there's nothing wrong with having things that you think is of quality, but I think you should ask men or man you're dating.
But basically, ask the buyers of the product.
Yes. So you need to ask the guy you're dating what he wants in a wife and see if you can match up to that, rather than saying, well, I'm wifey material, I'm this and I'm that.
But her talking points was based off of her own opinion of herself.
Exactly.
Not of the man that she's going to be dating, or the market as in, i.e. the men. So she was talking basically how she feels,
Yeah.
not what the market actually wants.
I have also something else I want to say.
Chime in.
If I think a lot of women that talk like this and who isn't actually married, I then question, because if you was seen as wifey material, why have you not been wifed yet? Because majority of the time, when a woman is wifey material, they don't stay single for long. They then become a wife.
They get snapped up real
very
quick.
quickly. Exactly.
Easily,
So
a wife of a woman is rare. Let me
Yes.
say that.
Exactly.
Especially in today's culture.
Definitely. I don't know how old she is now.
Looks young.
I think she's most likely in her 30s now, I'm sure, or close to it. Because, I've seen her many times before. At those times, I think she was more in her mid-20s. So I think she's probably now in her later 20s.
Yeah.
And maybe possibly 30.
Epiphany stage.
Yeah, reaching it, possibly. Not taking away like her looks or anything of the sort. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying I think she's older now.
Well, looks is going to get you
through the door, yeah.
or to get someone to look at you. But then can you maintain?
And I have another thing.
I'm just saying it.
I have another thing I want to say. Now, look what the guy said, as in his response to what she said. She said she believes she's more wifeable than she is effable. The guy said that he thinks that she is also effable. He didn't mention the wifeable part. He just says, I think you're effable.
He's trying to passively tell her
that you're just effable and you're not wifeable.
Okay. Wifeys. Let's think about wifeys, right? Wifeys don't go around. Wifeys don't go around saying, right? If I decided to get smashed, I'm still wifey. That's not the mentality
of a wifey.
Decent women. And no shade to her. I'm just critiquing what she said. Wifeys don't go around saying, "Oh, even if I decided to get smashed, I'm still wifey." So translation, you get your back blown out by whoever you get your back blown out by, Pookie and Ray Ray, Brad and Chad, whoever you decide to give the cooch to, that's fine. No one's cussing you for that. It's your box. Do what you want to do with it. But now you're saying men should still wife me. And even if you didn't do it, that's your mentality. And that's the part she doesn't understand.
Yeah, you can't force a man to wife you or to look at you as wifey material. However you present yourself, that's how the guy's going to see you. If you have history, let's bring up Brittany Renner, for example. She has been out there to be known as certain things, and she's portrayed herself in a certain way for years.
And now she wants backtrack.
Now she wants to backtrack and say, "Oh, I'm not such and such anymore." But from your history, it shows something different. So guys won't take her seriously, and she's not wifey material.
She also said, she said that she's responsible with money and taking care of herself.
You're supposed to be an adult.
Congratulations. You're a fully functioning adult.
Yeah, you're an adult. It's
what do you want to do? Give you accolades for looking after yourself. Men don't go around saying, I pay my own bills, I pay for my own car, I pay for my own groceries. Men don't do that, because you'd be like, are you being serious? You're a man, you're supposed to. You're an adult. I expect this. So what does she want? Pat on the back? Really? Anyways, what? This is what men have to deal with, this mentality.
I know.
Okay, she's a nice looking woman. She's a nice looking woman, right?
Yeah.
But we're not arguing her looks. We're arguing the mentality, right? If she was wifey, she would be wifed up. She'd be snapped off the market. Now, let me ask a question, right? Who's lying to this woman, gassing her head like this? Because for her to think like this, someone has to be gassing her.
I would say
this ain't just her delusion.
Women like to gas women. And there's so many simps out there that will
men
just gas
too,
women.
Yeah.
There's so many simps out there that will just gas up the woman's head. And it's like, if that's what you believe, why haven't you wifed her? As the simp, if you think she's so wifeable and she's so such and such, why haven't you wifed her up?
That's true.
Most likely because she probably wouldn't even want you.
I just think
either.
I think dudes that want to smash will wife her up or gas her anyway, get the guts, but don't wife her. My thing is this: if she was wifey, she wouldn't need to convince people that she's wifey material.
Yes.
That's just what I think.
Also saying, you see, you get guys and they're like, man's a bad man. I'm a bad man.
Yeah.
Why are you forcing people to think you're a bad
believe.
Like, bad man don't do, you know who's a real bad man. He doesn't have to say,
Look,
yeah, I'm a bad man
exactly.
and convincing people.
You know who I am? I'm just,
No, I don't know who you are.
I don't know you, man.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, right?
Stupid.
If you're wifey, you shouldn't have to convince anybody
No.
that you're wifeable.
Yep.
That's just my thought on that. People, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Put some of your thoughts in the comments below. Would you wifey her? Do you think she's wifeable based on what she said? Maybe she's wifeable to you based on her looks. I don't know. She's a nice looking woman.
Yeah.
But mentality, look, I can see the patterns. I can see the patterns. I just know.
Yeah.
But people put in the comments, what do you think you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move along. Here's clip number 2.
All right, I have a question. If I'm wrong, let me know. So, Tala gets upset when I go out and the guy asks for my number and I give the person my number, right? I personally don't think it's that deep. Like, I'll give the person my number and I will literally block them right there.
Why the fuck you lying?
Or I will like put their name and then where I found them at. Like, I live in a hood and I have seen girls get shot. Girls have been harassed, all this stuff, and it's just never that deep. Just
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
give the person the number and, keep it moving. But Tala thinks is rude and disrespectful.
Emotional, damn it.
It's not that deep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies first.
Okay. I'll say this. I understand both of their reasons or concerns or whatever you want to call it. Now, let's start with her. Now, no, let's start with him. That's his woman, girlfriend, wife, whatever. Doesn't matter. He would find it disrespectful because that's his woman. Why are you giving out your number? What do you mean?
If the roles were reversed,
It would be
And
a different story.
do you think she would have the same energy?
No, but I do also get her point because there are some crazy MFs out there, okay? And that part, I do agree with her. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but there are some crazy guys out there that will go as far as hurting you physically because you said no and you rejected him. So there's some guys that just don't understand no, okay? So I do give her that part. But my main issue is that she doesn't see it as a problem for her to give her number. You can delete it, you can block him, you can do whatever you want to do.
I'm going to touch on some of the things she said also, right?
Yeah. So she says she delete the number or block the number straight away or whatever excuse she wants to give. But for me, it's like, don't give the number at all. Now, I understand as a female that there is that part of me that, because we get approached all the time, right, as females. So I've experienced somewhat of it as well. But the answer is no for me. If you're going to do what you're doing, then
Don't get me wrong, right?
hopefully not. But
there's some crazy mother out there, right? And I totally get what she's saying from a safety perspective.
Yes.
But she's only using that as cover to cheat, right? It's obvious, right? If she wants an open relationship or be able to do her thing, she should just say so, right? She knows that this is a certain man. She ain't doing that. She ain't doing that. For me, I reject her deposit.
okay.
That to me, nah. You're just using that as a cover to cheat. It's clear. I get it. I told you.
Yeah.
I know the patterns. I understand. I get it. And then on top of it, you want to embarrass your man by posting that BS on social media and then put him in the end, turn the camera to him so he looks like a clown.
Well,
I'd say, bro, if your woman respects you, she wouldn't do that.
yeah. Now, like I said before, I understand that there is a slight fear for females because there's some crazy people out there. So you may second think, depending on how that guy is reacting to you saying no.
But she said she lives in the hood. So I get it. There's gangbangers. There's all kind of, yes, there is guys that will, pick up all kind of weapons and stuff and do things to you just for the number. I understand people say, okay, give them a fake number. There's some guys, I check the number right now.
Yes.
I get it. I totally get it. But then she said she picks and chooses, or when she saves the number, she saves the number where
she met him.
So that means she knows where or who to delete.
Red flags.
She's telling on
Red
herself.
flags, exactly.
So she's
when
saying,
she said she messed up there.
That's my
That's
point.
when we know.
That's what I said. This is a
when
cover
she
to
effed
cheat.
up.
She's saying, depending on if I like him or not, I'll either block him or delete. But it's most likely gonna block you, right? So if I think he's cool, then I might just entertain it.
I'll just put him down as where I met him.
Because they weren't holding her under duress.
No.
She took the number willingly.
Why would you keep the number? Why would you keep it?
She said it.
Because if you say you was in that position, right? And the guy was acting booky, he was acting crazy. It's like, yo, I think I'm gonna have to just give it to him because I'm trying to live. So I get it, right? So, but say there are some guys that will call you on the spot and they want to see their number pop up. Let me see your phone, right? To see their number. So after that, it's like now you're in a safe zone. So you've moved away from him. You can block straight away, block, delete. Why keeping it? Ain't keeping nothing. And even if he called your phone, nothing will be saved anyway.
But these are always worst case scenarios. These are worst case scenarios.
It happens, but
it happens a lot.
But I don't think it happens enough to where girls would even give their number.
Hubby says, I don't like something you're doing. This bothers me. She's still gonna do it anyway. This means she doesn't respect him.
No.
And if she'll just take down other men's numbers and mask it off or use a cover as in, oh, we live in a hood, it's dangerous. And these guys, for some reason, every guy that approaches her, he's approaching her at, point, right? And putting the strap to her head and saying, give me the number.
That's not really happening.
Let me decide whether to block him or I save him where I found him at. Come on, man.
I would have heard her more if she didn't say that part. I would have been kind of like, yeah, there's this crazy guys or whatever. But from when she mentioned she will save them under where she met them, I was thinking, nah, you messed up. You messed up at that point.
Yeah. For me, again, survey said she's a bird. Set her free.
Okay.
Bro, flex your passport. That's why I say that's the bird call. At the end of the day, survey said she's a bird. Set her free. That's what I think. That's what I would do.
She a bird
in this situation. Flex your passport, guys. What do you think?
Yes.
Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Yes.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's move along to the final clip of today. Here's clip number 3.
90% of females lie about their body count. We're lying about it because y'all care about it so much. That's the only reason why we have to lie, is because we're competing with these other bitches who haven't had as much sex as us, and guys find that more attractive. So then we gotta be like, oh shit, I haven't slept with that many people.
Okay.
Very short clip.
Yeah.
But a lot was said in that. I concur. For me, I think the truth shall set you free. And if you ask a woman, not that I condone it, if you ask a woman, what's your body count? She's going to lie. If she says, okay, if she says 5, you're going to have to double that. If she says 10, you're going to have to quadruple that. Nowadays, the average woman's body count is about 50 or something. And she might be 22 or 18. It's just how the cookie crumbles. I didn't make the rules. But I'm just saying, the truth shall set you free. And if you meet a woman and you never asked her, after a while, you will start to see, the 3 or 4 red flags start coming up. They'll start coming up. So she can lie. But after a while, it starts to surface to the top. And then you're going to realize, hey, something ain't right here. Until it's obvious, though, it ain't right. But that's just what I think. What do you think from a female's perspective? Guys do care about a woman's past.
Of course, guys care about a woman's past. Guys been telling women this for donkeys years. It's already known. It's already out there. People know that. Women know that. That shows you that women know they're not supposed to sleep around. Because if a man finds women with low body count attractive, and that's what she said, and you know that, then why would women continue to sleep around?
When
Like,
women get into an argument with each other, what's the first thing they call each
they
other?
probably call each other a slut or a tot, something.
They call them something
bitch
with a
or-
past, right? Let's keep it 100. So she knows, because they run around and say, I'm sexually liberated. I can do what I want to do. If a man can do it, I can do it too. But then we say, okay, what's your body count? You don't need to know, that's personal. Just like Andrew Tate said, okay, life would be easier if women walked around with a body count on their head. Put the number on your head. A lot of guys will look at that chick and say she's nice looking, but that's too much to deal with based on that number. So you know it plays a role, even though you try to disqualify that and say, it was my past, I was young. How many times have we heard that? So you know your past matters. And then you can try to lie when it's time for you to, oh, now she wants to cash out.
Yeah.
But eventually, man, them will see the red flags.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Yeah, they will see the red flags. And a lot of men, if you have a high body count, then they're only going to use you as bedroom fun. They're not going to use you
And we
or
don't
anything
mind that.
past that.
We don't mind
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Guys are not bothered. Like, he can find other women out there who is not sexually liberated and who wants to keep her legs closed more often.
Just admit
than
you're a 3 or
others.
4. Don't say I'm liberated. Just admit you're a 3 or 4. Men, okay, women prefer a man with dating and sexual experience. Men don't want a woman with experience. Translation, a woman that's been ran through. We will teach her what we like. So if she's a blank canvas, I want a blank canvas.
Yes, so equaling a virgin.
So I want a blank canvas or a woman with as low a body count as I can get. I will teach her what I like. How many fellas, put in the comments, right? How much times have you linked a girl? Have you met with a girl? And say you're texting, you're talking on the phone. She's basically trying to sell you the dream that she ain't been around the block. Then you'd be like, oh, it's time to get your sloppy toppy, right? And then for some reason, she's giving you the got 3,000.
Okay.
What's your go-to move? What's your Gluck
Dude,
Gluck
she has
3000?
I have
Isn't
this
that the
really
Gluck Gluck 3000?
crazy.
What she said, she didn't, it's not really, she only done it once before. It was her ex-boyfriend. He treated her like crap. But with you, she's giving you the got 3,000. Hey, you said you was inexperienced. You said you were experienced.
You're doing
I'm
it a bit
confused.
too good.
A little bit too good.
No teeth,
Listen,
no.
this chick's got you at your biting point. Man, don't know what I'm talking about. I've experienced that. What's that? Hold up a second. You said you've only been with like one
Don't
person or whatever.
elaborate on this biting point.
Nah, that's for Patreon. But man, when I say biting point, man, them know. You see what I'm saying? Was like, oh my days. And for the experience that you've got, this is kind of porn star level. And you're a newbie.
Okay.
The red flags will surface, and I don't mind that because I'm not wifing you. I take the gok though. Put in the comments if guys you can relate to some of those things I just said. What else do you want to add before we close out?
I do think a lot of women think they can do what they want when they want and have no consequences to their actions. Because a lot of women don't like to take accountability for anything that they do. So they think they can be a 304 hot girl summer and be sexually liberated and all these names you want to put out there. And then later on, when they're ready to settle down, it's like, yeah, I'm ready to settle down now. And it's like, have you forgotten about your past?
So in layman terms, some women believe they can factory reset the cooch.
Yep.
You can't factory reset your vagina. No matter what surgery you do, no matter how you feel, no matter what you think, you can't factory reset the cooch. You can sell a man the dream. But again, the 3 or 4 red flags will show up. What we don't know will show on the autopsy.
Okay.
That's big lyrics, right? So what we don't know will come up. It will come up. So it's all good. Guys, just take the got 3,000. Don't wife
And
these
cut,
hoes.
yeah?
Exactly. It is what it is. That's my final thought. What do you want to add before we close out?
Well, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also, we are on Rumble, so be sure to go over there to also see our videos.
Yep, check us out there.
One more thing, sorry.
Yeah.
We post daily, so if you don't see a video, then go on to Rumble. You'll probably see it
and
there.
also hit the notification bell so you're aware of the videos that we put out each time we put it out. Well, in that being said, good podcast. See you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.